Are you seeing artificial intelligence more and more in these technologies?
It's absolutely, I'm embracing it more and more as a time savings for myself. Before we jumped on this podcast with you, I'm trying to teach myself, and it just is a time savings manner for me of being able to do a workflow and input in and get some of the work kind of cut out where I can limit some of the more tedious parts of it and kind of get to the crust of what I need to do as far as with prints and with planning. So absolutely, technology's changed so much from, I'm not that old, but I can remember laying things off on paper, and having a rolling scale to figure out the scale and measurements for prints and things like that. So it hasn't been that long ago that we went from paper to digital, and now with AI, it's limited, it's limitless now. It's just a matter of us embracing it and using it and learning how to use it correctly.
Yeah, figuring it out. I know, I've done some planning and even some mapping out of things for construction sites on AI, and it wasn't there yet, but I think it just needs to be taught how we want it to be. So it's more about the training side of it.
That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm kind of trying to go in and work through workflows of what I want to be able to see, what I don't want to see, some rules to follow by when I input in certain prints or input in certain problems, looking for solutions. It's all what you put into it. I think is what you're going to get out of it, and what you get out of it is already the time savings for myself is just unbelievable.
Yeah. You get a little extra time at night, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. So with AI being something that should be embraced for these time saving tasks, are there any other ways right now that you could maybe use to make the planning more efficient and better for the customer?
Yeah, I mean, for right now, I make it really as simple as possible for the customer. I ask for the customer. The general format we use is they'll send me a set of a set of architectural drawings, and I'll take a first look at it. I'll kind of come up with some questions that I may have about the job site, what their aspect of the job site is going to be, and then from there we build. I build from my planning software from there and put together a solution, a lift solution for them. It might be multiple lift solutions because they may be looking for, a couple of different options. I'll put that together. Once they formulate and say, yeah, this is what we want to go with, I'll put the pricing side of it together, make sure it's budgetable for them. And then from there, if that's acceptable to them, then we go right to a full job plan that really details every aspect of what I'm going to do with my machines. Delivery, setup, what the capabilities are going to be able to do, and it's makes it so simple because I work with trades. Usually more so than anything, I'm working not with crane people. I'm working with various trades, and I kind of fill that spot as more of the crane lifting solution side of it. So I create a full job plan that they can turn over if they're not a GC, that they can turn over to their GC, that can fall right in line with the safety standards that they're looking for, and it's pretty much every aspect of the job's detailed out.
Okay. Great. So I know you mentioned you're working with a lot of the trades, and one thing I've noticed is in the crane world, if you're outside of the crane world, you're a little intimidated by cranes, right? So, what would be some of the advantages if we have some listeners today that are interested or would like to learn a little bit more about it? What would be the advantages that a tower crane would bring to a modern job site?
I think the best way to describe tower cranes as a whole is you get a lot with a little. So you get high capacity, you get high capability, but you get so with a small footprint. So you're getting a lot with a little is the best way to describe it. They're going to improve safety. They're going to improve your labor cost. They're going to create a better workflow for the job site. And then when you integrate in the sulfur side of things are kind of more my specialty thing, then it kind of gets notched up to, another level. But tower cranes in general, I think that's the best way to describe them. You get a lot with a little disturbance to your job site with a lot of capability.